Please allow me to mention something about religion, which I saw, I think, PLO trying to talk about religion and the the influence of the religion and the development of Africa. More so, religion is a very sensitive matter, and the most popular religions in Africa, the Islam and the Muslim, were actually brought to Africa. And I think the modern practice of these religions is one that is in question and is the one that is bringing a lot of problems. We've seen a lot of what I would almost call comical errors in how the gospel is being preached, especially with the evangelicals and the Pentecost of this world. There are so many sects of religion of Christianity that are preaching gospel using a lot of African influence. Even witchcraft is involved. I actually saw a video yesterday of in Uganda of somebody who was brought into with a coffin in church, and then out of prayers, the coffin opens up and the guy jumps up and start ululating and dancing all over. I mean, as hilarious as it looks, the followers of and the adherents of that particular church might not necessarily be adherents of Christianity, but adherents of both Christianity and the fear of death, the African religion, the witchcraft, and so on and so forth. These things are so much intermixed that interpretation of them within the circumstances and the environments that we live in have made as many people become vulnerable to that element of fear. Look at what has happened to Shakahola. Those are some of them are very well educated people, but because of the environment of being African and the belief of Africanism, and that is mixed now with that religion of Christianity, you end up confusing people, and hence why I agree somehow with the PLO that it might be used as an underdevelopment. Whereas in the East, for example, China, the young children are being taught on machines, on how to make technology work and solves a lot of solutions. And I mean, not just technology. I mean, that knowledge, when you're young, you're brought into the world as a person who brings solutions from the young age, and you are celebrated as such. And here in Africa, we've seen so many viral videos of a young boy or a young girl reciting Bible verses or preaching, and they are being celebrated as such. I am not against religion, but I'm saying our priorities might not be right. Of late, when the president was donating about 20 billion Kenya shillings to the church, people went up in arms. It's because they felt that 20 million would be useful, for example, in building a school. It would be useful in building a hospital. You see now the intertwining of the religion and the beliefs of our Africanism and probably the politics of the society of African that is being used, I think, in a very wrong way, in a very wrong format to interpret how the society should look like. I think it's not right if you ask me. And you see, the Orthodox churches, the dogmatic sect of the churches. That is the Catholics, the Anglicans, the Quakers, the Methodists, the Pentecost, the Anglicans. They are somehow quiet about this. It's because them they practice more so, if you ask me, they practice a form of Christianity that is tolerant of how you are and who you are, so that they don't want to mix your Africanism to the part of the religion to confuse you more. And like the Pentecost who are dwelling so much onto that and making a new type of culture and fear to the beings of the society. Much can be said about Christianity, but also it should also be noted even Islam as a religion has its own elements of people who are interpreting religion in the wrong format, in the wrong way. You will see the Al Shabaab. Al Shabaab is the young people who have the belief of Islamic faith, but the other side of the Islamic faith are opposing that and they're against that, especially how they interpret the Quran or the Islamism. So it's not a Christian problem alone; it's also an Islamic problem as well. So religion is something that makes the fabric of society have morality, have ethics, and also be be tolerant with each other. I mean, live in peace, and so on and so forth. It's almost what the government polices people to be in the social contract, if I may pick on that. So religion is a very, very important element of society, and it should not be allowed to underdevelop, especially the African. It should be used to develop the African. It should be used to make the African understand that living in peace, living within the laws, and living with each other might prolong your life more than being without those those elements of a good living, of a good life. Yeah, I just wanted to voice my opinion on religion as well. And let's open that conversation as well. We might have as many as varying the discussions on it, but let's discuss and not condemn each other. Let's just discuss and look at it from that level of understanding. Why is it that in your village, in your locality, in your county, the churches are fabulous? They are stone bricks. They are very magnificent buildings. But the schools, some of them are thatched, some of them are iron sheets. Isn't it a question? Isn't it something that we need to bring a conversation about? That's why I'm trying to open up and I say, can we discuss about religion and development and the influence of it and the perceptions that we have towards that? Not to abolish it, but to understand it more and make it favorable. Please, let's have a discussion about it. Thank you.